Parenting with childhood trauma can leave many people feeling hopeless. The book, Parenting from Broken Pieces, reassures readers that they can rewrite their own story and be the parent that they've longed to have. Joining us now with more details is the author of that book, Isabel Rojas Lopez, and we thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Good. And so we talk
Pleasure.
about this book. It's a very special book.
Yes.
And when we talk about parenting yourself, it's from your perspective and some experiences you've had.
Yes. So Parenting from Broken Pieces is more about how we started. It doesn't matter how we start in life, it's how we end up. I'm a testament of you can come from brokenness, but you can get those pieces back together, of course, with a lot of self-love, self-compassion, a lot of support. I have some really awesome, brave women that share their stories, so women know that they're not alone in this journey. This journey is, let's say, it's a ginormous journey when you have a child. And that, to me, when I first became a parent in 2006, I was scared. I had this little bundle of joy sitting in front of me, laying in front of me, and I was scared because a lot of things resurfaced. And in talking to a lot of parents, a lot of moms, I started to realize that that was a common thing, that we as parents come from a lot, and we try to kind of tuck it away, and when you become a parent yourself, all of that resurfaces. And how do you handle that when it comes up? Do you follow the family tradition, or does those curses and things that have happened end with you? So my goal is to have women know that it ends with you. Those childhood traumas end with you. You can be a healthy parent no matter where you started in life. In our community, it's a little taboo to talk about mental health, and I want to encourage women to know that it's okay not to be okay,
Right.
that we all share that in common. It's just not staying there. So a lot of women walk around with these masks, and we fill ourselves with all these things, and inside we're so empty, and we kind of don't give ourselves enough credit for being able to really step it up when we become parents.
What did you learn in the process of writing and interviewing these women?
That we had a lot of things in common. That we had a lot of things in common, and that we women are really resilient. I say that because even though, there's a story about, that's, of course, the names have been changed to protect them, but there was a story about depression, and we don't know a name for it sometimes. We know that we're oversleeping, we're overspending, we're doing certain things, but we kind of can't pinpoint it, because if we say the word, something is obviously wrong with us. So I learned from one of the mothers, I know that I had postpartum depression, but I didn't want to say anything when I had my daughter, because it was something in the career that I was in that you just didn't discuss.
Right.
And I didn't really understand it because I didn't have a circle of women that were, that were having these conversations with me. So I learned that a lot of things that we go through in life, sometimes we feel like we're alone, but we're not. I've also learned about affirmations and making sure that as we exercise, as the New Year's here, everybody's making, goals to lose weight. We have to exercise our minds. Affirmations are really big in exercising us into really, really pushing ourselves to believing that we can do something and get it accomplished.
So for people who want to get copies of your book and find out more about your book, what do they do?
Amazon.com, Barnes & Nobles, and my author page, which is parentingfrombrokenpieces.org. I love to hear feedback. I've gotten some really good messages,
Right.
some people that have really appreciated the book. So I welcome, the book may not be for everybody.
Right.
But you may have an aunt, you may have a sister, you may have a friend that can really benefit from it.
What were the broken pieces for you that you felt like you could not put together and you kind of like masked?
So that's a tough one. For me was being a parent. I didn't have a blueprint for parenting. So a lot of things that I started to learn to do with my daughter, those things weren't modeled for me. At an early age, I was sent to live with my grandparents in the Dominican Republic. So when I lived there, I had my grandmother. Yes, she tried to be that mother figure, but I didn't have that nurturing that I needed at the time. So some traumatic stuff happened during that time that I never really spoke about because I felt like I didn't have a voice. So once I started to become in my 30s, I started to realize really exercising my voice and becoming a parent, I knew what I wanted as a parent and how I wanted to parent my daughter. Have I gotten it all together? No. I make mistakes, I fall like anybody else, and this is what I want to stress to women. We are always going to make mistakes. It's how we get up, and how many times. I've fallen so many times. It's how we get back up.
And being that parent, is never easy. And,
No.
You've learned a lot. You've taken in a lot. What's your greatest piece of advice that you want to give to people?
Take care of your health. Take care of yourself, because if you're not well, your family is not going to be well. And I definitely stress talking about the things that are bothering you, and really putting them on the table and having that trusting circle. What I found to be really beneficial is getting a good tribe of mothers, of women that share the same commonalities. There's some of my friends now that my daughter's 12 years old. And there's certain things that I'm like, okay, what am I, have your daughter gone through this? In the past, those are things you don't talk about. You don't call somebody and it's like you're sharing the family business. So I am really comfortable now in calling some of my friends and just having that conversation and that support is really big for me. So I want women to know you are not alone. This is a journey. You're not alone in this journey.
You were successful with book number 1. Is there a book number 2 on the way?
Well, actually, the book is going to be translated in Spanish. That should be available at the end of the month. And I'm honestly toying with the idea of a play. I think that would be really powerful as the characters come alive. I hate to call them characters. As these women come alive in these stories, I think it would be extremely powerful because not everybody likes to read. So that's why I made the book very compact, but I know that bringing these stories out and starting these conversations will be big.
Well, great to have you come and share with us. And
Thank
of course,
you.
we want to tell people if they want to get in touch with you, they can get the book, Parenting with Broken Pieces. And you can also check her out on Instagram, and maybe she can come talk to you guys and give you a little bit of advice on what to do. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. Keep up best wishes with the book.
Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Isabel, for coming and sharing with us. And listen, we've come to the end of our show today. It's hard to believe the hour just went by so quick, but I want to thank all our guests for joining us, and most of all, you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now, if you missed any part of today's show, you can catch the Recablecast at 5 and 10 p.m. on Optimum's Channel 67, Verizon Files Channel 33, or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org. And once again, a special thanks to our viewers on Manhattan Neighborhood Network who continue to watch us as Open is live simultaneously, broadcast live simultaneously. Big shout out to my sister Ann. Happy New Year. I'm Daren Jaime. Listen, make sure to keep this channel wide open. Take care, everybody. God bless. We hope to see you soon.